Hey, I want to talk to you about what surgery was like. It's really not what you think. I've been through a lot of surgery, but the latest ones taught me some stuff, and I want to share that with you. Hey, remember, like the video and subscribe. That's how the algorithm works. We need to help more people. So, like, subscribe. Hey, let's get into it. I'll tell you all about what surgery's like. Hey, how's it going? So I'm going to talk about surgery and what surgery is kind of like. I've been through a lot of surgeries, and some of them were planned and some of them weren't. Some of them were scary and some of them were not. And so for transition, I want to share that with you. What is surgery like? What are you going to expect? Well, it's not that bad. So don't stress out. Let's go through the details. So let's talk about my latest surgery. I just had vocal surgery. Actually, I had 2 of them. The first one didn't work right. So I had to do it again. It happens. Sometimes you have to have a revision. And it's okay. I have to have a revision on this breast here. It slipped out under the muscle a little. So I'm going back and we'll deal with it. And in a few months, they'll do something about it. And it's not in any inherent danger, so I'm not worried about that because I know what it's like. It's just a big inconvenience. However, so vocal surgery was like this. The first time I got ready, and you saw me on camera 3 videos ago or so, and I was getting ready the night before. And with Kaiser, they give you these wipes that you have to, go take a shower, pat yourself dry, get everything dry, wait a while so you're really, really dry, which is like, what do you do with yourself for a while you're naked? Watch YouTube. And then you wipe yourself down in these very specific zones with these wipes, and they prep you for surgery that way. You go to bed. You don't shower in the morning. You don't eat anything. Your NPO, or you don't get to eat for a certain number of hours, I actually extend that because I don't want to have tummy trouble or anything like that the night before. You don't want a ton of fluids on board, otherwise you're going to be needing to go to the bathroom before and after surgery, which is a real inconvenience. But you want to be hydrated adequately, so you do need to make sure you're being normal. Then you get a good night's rest if you can. You really need to rest. So that can be hard too because you're anxious. Calm yourself, listen to some music. Don't worry about things and drift off. Be on time, set your alarm, get up, don't be stressed. I know that's hard to say. But listen to me, and I'm sharing so you can be less stressed when you do go to surgery. Remember, I'm telling you, I've been through tons of them. It's not really as bad as you think. The pain is not massive. It's okay. It's manageable. Everything about the surgery is going to be well managed, thought ahead. Your pain management and your recovery. Everything you need is done in advance. The surgeons have thought this through. They know what they want to do with you. They know what the plan is, and they don't really worry because they know what they're doing. So it's really about getting through the mental game, and that's the important part. So let's talk about the mental game. If you've had one, you kind of already know. If you don't, well, listen to me when I tell you, it's okay. You're going to be right. It's going to be just fine. So when I got ready that morning, I had a friend who needed to take me there and pick me up. That's the deal. You do need to have somebody who can do the transport for you because you're not going to be able to drive yourself there. If you show up there, they may actually refuse you and to have surgery. They want to know that you have someone there. They're going to want their phone number. They really like them to actually be there. And if not, they want all their information so that they can contact them when you come out of surgery, and they want you to be already all set up. They don't want you to Uber home. So I guess you could, but I don't think that's the plan. Then you're going to wait a while after you've gotten prepped. So you get into a gurney, you get stripped. They ask you if you want to go to the bathroom. Best to plan going potty before you actually have to sit down, because then you'll have to wander through the hallway in your gown with your butt hanging out. So plan ahead. Go potty right before they ask you to go sit down. They'll let you. It's no big deal. Then you get on the gurney, you strip, you get all your stuff off, you put on those little sockies that have anti-slip treads on them. You put on your gown, you're naked. Then someone comes and preps you with EKG monitors and an IV and everything else, and you're going to sit for an hour or so before the surgery suite is ready. So once the OR or operating room is ready, In my case, since it was very minor, I actually walked in, and it was so much fun. Now, I've heard some people literally panic and hold the door with both hands and won't go in like a dog that's about to get a bath or go to the vet. Don't do that. It's okay. Enjoy this. Look around. Talk to your surgeons and your staff. You're going to get to meet the anesthesiologist. They're really quite fun most of the time. And I'll be honest, once you're there and you lay down and you position yourself in the middle of the little surgery bed, you know, that first hit down your IV of, it's usually Versed or whatever the cocktail is, oh my gosh, it's actually kind of nice. I've asked my anesthesiologist twice now as I look up at them and they're pushing the stuff down the IV, did you mix it just for me? Oh, so good. Thanks. They're like your bartender in the OR. And they appreciate that and they smile and talk with you. Then they ask you stuff to get you talking. And it's really to see when you go out. The last one was they were asking me, what kind of music would you like while we're doing this? And it's like, it's irrelevant. I'll be asleep. And I said, whatever you like. What do you like? You know, and I'm asking him questions back. And he's like, no, Jackie, what do you like? Or actually she was asking me, Dr. Jang was asking me, what do you want to play? What kind of music do you like? And I'm like, I don't know. What do you like? So it was kind of funny. But I went out. Blink, blink, gone. The surgery before that, where I had the first vocal surgery, they were talking about how it's going to burn when they put the propofol down the IV in your hand. Usually it's in your hand. And yeah, it does burn, but only for a moment, and you're out anyway. So when they tell you something's going to burn, it's like, well, don't tell someone they're going to get owie right before they go out, because it stresses them out a little bit. But they do, most often. And yes, it does burn. I only noticed it the first surgery, didn't care about it the second surgery. I've had that so many times. Yeah, your hand burns. It's not hurting you. It's no big deal. It's just when they push it in, it makes your hand hurt. Or wherever the injection site is on the IV. No big deal, because you're going to be asleep in like 3 seconds. So don't freak out. Don't worry. Don't get stressed. Just know you're about to drift off. Then you wake up in your bed, and honestly, I get double vision and I don't like it. And I don't like being nauseous. So I always tell my anesthesiologist and my PA and my surgeon, please put some Zofran in my IV when I'm coming back up. That way you don't have to feel pukey or nauseous. And then when you wake up, ask again, do I have Zofran on board? Now, it might be hard to remember that, but it's always a good practice to try. So those are the things going up and into the surgery. I remember walking in and seeing the whole surgery suite. The first surgery suite was surgery suite 6, and 6 is my number. So I actually really thought that was pretty cool. Got to see everyone, and they're rattling off all of their things because it's recorded before you go in. This person rattles off their information and the patient information, and it goes around the room that way. Everyone says their name, what they're going to do, and how they've prepped, and what's going on. So that's kind of cool the way it works. Then you're out. You wake up and you're in a bed, and honestly, sleep off whatever's going on. That's what I do. I just sleep it off. I like to simply take a nap until I feel better, until the double vision is gone. Once I realize my double vision is gone, I'll get up, look around, start chatting with people, see what's going on, and then move forward from there. And sometimes there's lunch to have, and so I'll nibble away, as long as my tummy's feeling good. And usually with the Zofran on board, I'm fine. Then you're going to hang out for an hour or two until they're happy with you being there, unless it's a little more work. When I did FFS, I stayed overnight and hung out until about lunch the next day, and I was all wrapped up. And there's videos of that in my previous videos, and you can see me like right out of the hospital, and it's not that bad. You've got decent pain meds on board, and yeah, I had a splitting headache, but that was FFS. I mean, come on, they do a lot of stuff and grind down your forehead. That's why the brow shave and the brow lift is so nice. I love the work that they did. It really is an amazing thing that they can do it at all. So those are some of the things. Then you'll go home with the person who you've prepared, who is there with you, and you're going to rest. You're going to rest. You're going to take some Tylenol, and you're going to try to see when you don't need your pain meds. Trust me, don't take them if you don't need them. They back you up a little, and it's best to take just what you need. Stay hydrated. That's another thing. Flushing all that stuff out of your system is important. So take care of yourself. Make sure that you're doing everything you can to get fluid and rests. You want clean bed sheets. You want clean pillowcases. You want all of that. Clean clothes set out and near where you're going to be, so the next day or two is convenient. Food prep, it needs to be simple. Something you could throw in the microwave or pre-prepared where you could just have it. I actually like something with protein in it because your body's going to want some good protein to heal. So Costco has egg bites, and they have bacon and stuff in them. There's a little fat, some good protein. You can throw it in the microwave. It's easy to eat. You just need maybe a spoon or a fork, or if you really just want to use your fingers, you could. And some carbs. Don't skip carbs even if you're on a diet. Your body needs some really easy to process stuff. So have some bread nearby, some peanut butter. That works. My go-to is top ramen, but I don't put all of the seasoning packet in it because it's got tons and tons of salt. Salt will make you swell, so stay away from salt during this time period while you're healing because you don't want stuff swelling up. And it also supercharges your nervous system. And you don't want a lot of extra pain that you don't need because you have tons of electrolytes, allowing your nerves to send big, loud electrical signals to your brain, which means more pain. Stay away from salt. Hydrate. Have some protein that's easy to eat nearby so the next few days are simple. And make sure you actually get some carbs. And I like top ramen. You could crunch it up and put it in a salad if you're really hardcore and you just absolutely refuse to go off your diet. Well, that's as much as I can share for now. Maybe we'll go over more details. What I'd like you to do, if you got this far because you're interested, ask me some questions. Go into the comments, ask me specific questions, and I will answer them. Anything and everything. Please do your best to think of things that might also help others. So if your question is something that might be helpful, somebody might read it and realize, wow, that answered my question. So by all means, do all of that. Put a lot of comments in there for me. This video, I want comments. Ask me things I can answer. I love thumbs upping them, and I love giving you I love that heart. But I really want to answer some questions about surgery. So go ahead. Now, I have had many of emergency surgeries as well. Ask away. What's that like? What's it like being in the emergency department? What's it like going through emergency surgeries? I can tell you about that as well. And basic stuff, prep stuff, anything you can think of that you have a question about, ask away. Fill up that comment section and I will focus on it. Now keep after it, even long after this video has been posted. So don't forget, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button so we can share with more people because that runs the algorithm. And thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. I really want you to kind of tell me you like what I'm doing because I feed on that. Anyway, have a really, really great rest of your day. Hopefully me sharing about my surgery experience is good for you as well. See you next time. Bye.